Bros Productions is proud to present Kansas City Jets High School Travel Hockey. Kansas City Jets Hockey is brought to you by Bickelmeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Edward Jones Investments, Goodwin Homeworks, Jeremy Franklin Automotive, the Kansas City Ice Center, Kansas Financial Resources, KC Ice, the Kohler Bortnick Team, Olive Events and Catering, Three Peaks Lawn Care, the Midwest High School Hockey League, and Beck Bros Productions. Now, Kansas City Jets Hockey.
And puck goes the length of the ice, and they say no icing.
Wow.
So we'll see.
Not sure about that.
Yeah, well, don't look gift horses in the mouth. How's that?
Exactly.
Whitrock with the puck for the Jets as we are just underway here in the first period of play. Puck comes back to the point, and oh boy,
Ooh.
That was a shot by Maddox, and it was tipped just a little bit wide.
Yeah, he almost had the goalie off balance. He couldn't get back. He just got his stick back to put a little.
Well, I think it was actually going wide anyway, but Zimlich there had the opportunity as that play goes offsides, and we'll get an early whistle. And face off, 16-15, 45 seconds into the first period of play. Scoreless here from the River's Edge. So not a bad first shift for the Jets there.
Jack Deaver's back playing, so.
Yeah. First time of the season.
Suspension's over.
Yeah, technically he had his third game of suspension in that last game because it was a JV game.
Yep, that's where he was suspended in the JV tournament, so he had us at the JV games.
So off the face-off, we see his first action of the season on the ice right now as Briscoe. And the puck comes up ahead, rink wide. Here is Deaver with the puck. One man back for the Blues, and a long shot as Deaver put that high off the glass, and it ends up going out of play. And we'll get another early face-off, minute 15 into this first period. Jets and Blues. You were saying there was some other action in the Midwest High School Hockey League earlier today.
It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, it looks like, I think I'd have to look at the scores. I do know the Sioux City Oak Leafs game went to overtime. Sioux City won, and the JV was the opposite way in the shootout, and the Oak Leafs won.
So a pair of
overtime in that game, yeah.
Or at least regulation time wasn't
Omaha,
enough in either
Omaha
one.
played Fremont, JV and varsity won both of them.
Not too surprising there.
Those are the only finals we got so far.
As the puck came out in front, Starr had to be at least alert on that one. Jets dangerous here as they've been keeping the puck inside the Quad City end. Briscoe sending it around and comes out to the far side. And we'll mention again, this Quad City team is awaiting new jerseys, just like last week when we were in Mason City. So if we do misidentify anybody, we apologize
right
for
now,
that.
the only Alexander 42, when they called his name, he's number 92. He's a freshman. I think they're missing for their new kids, not everybody. So,
yeah.
But he's got a varsity jersey on at least, says Alexander, but his name is whoever 92 is.
So that is not Lawrence Alexander, but is instead Kelly Honert?
Yep, that's right.
Okay,
I
good
heard her
to know.
announce his name, yeah.
One of the Blues players slow in getting up, and they are going to blow this one dead. Way back into the Jets' end. And so I'm not exactly sure what happened to cause him to have a hard time.
It's kind of hard to see. I can't tell if that's Conrad 97.
Yeah, I can't tell with the, unfortunately with the net, it's kind of hard to see.
Well, that and they're blue, the white number.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean is if he would turn to the side, we could see it easily. But the number that's on his.
I'm going to say it's Conrad because the varsity.
Well, now
the
that
first
everybody's
line
in
is
his
out there. Yeah, he's got the C on his shoulder, on his pad. Yeah.
Now that everybody's standing in front of him, it's like
shoulder.
Yeah. Could be a separation, I don't know, or even just a stinger.
They said.
But yeah, seeing the number on his arm is hard to see.
Iggy popped his shoulder. They said, but they popped it back in. So the JV game. So, yeah, it's 97. That's Conrad.
So Isaiah Conrad will be helped toward the locker room. It looks like
he's leaning. Yeah, it might be a shoulder. or an elbow. He isn't skating on one leg, though, either. He's only moving one.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. I didn't see what happened.
Neither did I. Probably going to be behind the play, so we won't see the replay either.
Did he go awkwardly into the boards? Just. So he will get attended to off the ice, it would appear. In the meantime,
I'm
the
gonna
face-off.
say the way he's walking is his shoulder. Maybe they pop it in, might have popped out, pop it right back in. Hopefully he's a key player for them.
Yeah. So, in the meantime, the Jets and Ibis trying to play it on the far side.
He's one of the top
pinching
players.
in.
He's one of the top players in the league, so.
Kirby with the puck, pinching in, tried to play it out front, comes back to the point, long shot, and that one ends up getting steered wide of the goal. Ibis couldn't keep it in, and it's lifted out to center by the guy wearing Alexander's jersey, as you mentioned. That's Kelly Honert.
Yeah. By the announcer, that's who it was.
So in the meantime, the Jets trying to break out of their own zone here, sending around the far side, and we get a whistle. There is a penalty being called behind the play, a slashing call on Quad City, it looks like.
What's that? Bucksmith, 13?
It's 13 Blue Beckwith.
Beckwith, yeah. All right, so Jets get the first power play.
Well, it was deadly in the JV game.
Yeah, in the
We
varsity
had
game.
4 power play goals, 2 for each side.
The varsity game last weekend, I think we were 1 for 3, so let's see what happens today.
Low ball out on the draw, comes back to Zimlich. Maddox back to Lobaugh, and then Zimlich couldn't keep that in as that pass kind of handcuffed him just a little bit. Albertson with the puck. He'll send it down. It'll go the length of the ice. No icing, though, as they play it into the corner, and Lobaugh has it. Comes back out to Zimlich. Now down low. And, tempting was Maddox trying to play it out in front, but that play was broken up. Good play by Albertson to keep that in, though. And then they do keep it in at the point. Let's see whether or not the Jets can hang on to possession. Zimlich with it. He'll pull it up the near side boards, come out to the point. Now Lobaugh, top of the circle. He'll just defer back to Maddox. Now straight away Zimlich sends it across. One-timer Albertson. He was about a foot wide of the goal on that shot.
Yeah, if the guy was back door it might have been all right.
And Zimlich's shot, that went through a maze of players, and I don't know that Starr ever saw it, but he got a pad on it. And we will get a whistle and a face-off. 12:38 left to go in regulation time. I'm sorry, in the first period, and 53 seconds left to go in this power play. Off the face-off, comes back out right point. Albertson across Zimlich. One-timer.
Oh, hit the goalie in the head.
Yeah, he ducked his head, but managed to get a piece of it. And the puck sent the length of the ice. Boy, Moore behind the net left it there and almost gave it right to a Quad City player shorthanded. In the meantime, Zimlich with it. He will just sort of leave it behind the goal, and Albertson comes over. Left it for Maddox. Up ahead, Zimlich, nice play by the Blues and Blunk to break that up.
Zimlich tried to kind of use his body as a screen to let the puck go by him and then pick it up, and Blunt made a nice play. Absolutely.
Maddox will dump it in. Low ball after for it. Penalty just about over. And so the Jets are 0 for 1. And they play it up ahead, and Zimlich there for the Jets. Got it ahead for Lobaugh. He'll gain the zone. Landon lost it and comes back the other way, and this is Honert.
Thought we lost light, but we lost the heater.
Yeah, it's the heaters, which is also light.
I think, yeah, that's the person. Just don't know. Right.
So, at any rate, puck in the neutral zone. And here's Deaver with it. He tried to backhand it in. That was stopped. And then Dorley, and that hit the leg or something, ended up in the Jets bench. And we get a whistle and a face-off.
Actually, Quad City's bench.
Or, yeah. sorry, Quad City bench.
Off the Quad City player, so.
Still going to be a neutralized face-off.
Yep.
Off the draw, the Jets will dump it in. Ibis trying to get after, trying to work ahead with it. In Angola, shot and they score. Blue Beckwith, I believe. And it's 1-0. So let's take a look here. As it was sort of a home run pass, and it was a nice job of catching it there by Liam Quinn, and then he played it in the middle for Beckwith, and Beckwith, let's see, who was that was late? It was Briscoe that was late getting back, and just from the middle of the slide in between the circles, that's just a extremely dangerous position to be, you know, to try and get a shot on goal, and he beat Cameron Moore pretty easily to make it 1-0. So the Blues strike first in this one, lead it 1-0. So we'll see how the Jets respond here. We're about 7.5 minutes into the first period. Makowitz plays it down low.
No Nick Pedersen this weekend.
Oh, okay.
He didn't make the trip. So
Zach, you mean?
I mean Zach. What I say?
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, Zach. Nick's his brother.
Oh, puck right through the middle. Zimlich couldn't get a stick on it, and it comes out to center ice. Maddox is there.
Yeah, he's.
So
I told you he's a good lacrosse player. So he's in. I think somewhere down south in some big lacrosse. Like tryout or training for colleges, you know.
So there will be a Cameron Moore.
Most likely a Cameron Moore sighting for 2 days.
For two straight days.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means that
should be
Zachary will eventually play 2 games himself. They waive off icing for some reason.
I have no idea. No idea on the icing call, and no idea what I'm going to do when he gets back.
You never know. So trying to work in front. Devers right there. And a big hit. There's going to be a penalty as Aiden Goodwin was taken down, and it's going to be an elbowing call, and the Jets are going to get another power play. He was trying to get it in front to Deaver.
Yeah.
It would seem. I would say the fans in the stands don't like the call.
I don't think they did.
But, and by the way, we do have a 4-man system here for this game, the 2 referees and 2 linesmen. So,
same power play out there. So we'll see what happens.
Jets are 0 for 1 on the power play. Albertson is shot right on, a save by Starr. He did leave a big juicy rebound, but the Jets couldn't get a stick on it. Now here's Lowball with it. Zimlich, he will dump it in. Jets chase after for it. Makowitz in the corner, sends it down low. It'll ring around all the way to the near side boards, and at the left point, Zimlich, he did keep it in. The shot, that I think grazed the outside of the post. And ends up back of the net. Now here's Lowbaugh. He had it taken away and shorthanded. Zimlich lost his stick, but luckily the puck went so far in front of Beckwith, and he was unable to get to it. Now here's Makowitz with the puck. Zimlich picks up the stick, and then it flips over his stick, and Beckwith again, short-handed, trying to work in, and Albertson comes over and dives on the sweep check and was able to knock it into the corner.
We might have had a good opportunity there because their guys fell down, but it came right at.
2-on-2 back the other way. Here's Zimlich. He tried to look for a toe drag move, and that did not work. A good job by Blunk. He didn't go after it at all.
No.
And so 40 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Jets. They work in on the right wing.
Blunk's made 2 defensive plays so far.
Deaver now loose in front. And a try there once again by Goodwin, but he couldn't get the shot on goal. And here's Dorley, a shot from a sharp angle and a save Starr, and he hangs on. A big hit by the Jets there, but Tell you what, Aiden Starr's looked sharp so far in
He's
this
a good
game.
goaltender. He's a good goaltender. We're going to have to get him moving and get some of those crappy goals in front. I see the Conrad family all packing up and leaving. Hopefully their kid's okay.
Yeah. That would suggest to me that they may be taking a trip to a
hospital or something.
yeah. Well, I was going to say a medical facility,
Okay,
but
yeah,
that's
we'll use that one too.
But yeah, I agree with what you said. I just didn't want to say it.
Right.
In the meantime, puck back in the net. Deaver. He takes a hit, but gets it to Goodwin in the corner. Now comes back out, and Briscoe a long shot. That hit a leg, then Deaver a shot. And that either hit the side of the net or maybe Starr got a piece of it. I think he got a pad on it. Puck into the corner. There's going to be a penalty coming up. And once again, it's going to be on and a charging call. Boy, that's a 2 and a 10 minimum. And I believe it's John Nienhaus who's going to go off.
One of their top defensemen.
Charging is a pretty serious call.
Yeah.
So they will be without his services for somewhere between 10 and 12 minutes.
Well, I'm hoping it's 10 plus.
Like maybe 10:05.
Yeah. I want a goal.
Well, they could use it. Jets down 1-0. Power play once again. They're 0 for 2 so far. Maddox back of the net. Gives it to Loba on the near boards. Loba plays it toward the net. That was directed over the goal well wide by Makowitz. Comes up the boards. And Josh was not able to keep that in. The puck sent the length of the ice. Out of the net more, and he will just ring it around near side. So Maddox works in. He will just hit the red line and dump it in. Blunk behind the net. Maddox over there as well. A couple of players fighting for it, and it does come to Loba, but he had to go off his stick, and it was intercepted, and Beckwith back the other way. Goal scorer for the Blues, a long shot shorthanded. It was saved by Moore, and he plays it into the corner. Jets look to break out.
Now we need to get that goal.
Minute 3 left to go in the power play. Loba tried to do another little toe drag, and again, Blunk wasn't buying it. Comes loose on the near side boards, and it comes off of Zimlich and out to center ice.
They got odd man. Good, thank God. Good save.
Quinn had an opportunity there. Tried to get it in the middle, but ended up bouncing off of something and never did get through. So the Jets have the man advantage for another 35 seconds after Fort Makowitz in the corner.
Nobody
Puck
there.
Comes loose, and it is taken by Kaufman. He kept it in, then he's taken down. And
that could have been an elbow call.
Well, Ibis wasn't able to keep it in, and with 20 seconds left to go, he'll get the speed going, and a backhand shot and a save by Starr. He left a rebound for a second, but the Jets couldn't get a stick on it. Now near the side of the net, it's still loose. Comes back out, and Kirby, he fell down, then a shot Ibis. Kirby again, never could get a stick on it. A nice little poke by Starr into the corner. Penalty is over. Jets are 0 for 3 on the power play. Goodwin in the corner. Now goes back to the net, and Kaufman there. Kaufman comes to the near side, plays it back to the net again. And Pryor was, that was Hacker who was taken into the boards, and then the puck comes out of play, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off. 3:46 left to go in this first period.
Starr's made some nice saves.
He has. Like I said, he has been sharp so far. I mean, overall, I think the Jets have generally had the better of the play. But they trail it 1-0.
We just had that one breakdown defensively.
Well, part of that was also 6 minutes of power play time, too.
You're right, yeah, true.
But the Jets have not been able to take advantage of it. There's Deaver, and his wrist shot hit traffic in front. Then it comes loose, a shot right on, and a save. Dorley knocked it down with a high stick, but one of the Blues players played it, so there's no whistle. And it comes out to center ice. Goodwin there. Plays it across for Kirby. Up ahead looking for Deaver. He will tip it into the corner. Jack plays it in front, had Dorley the pass behind him, then a sharp angle shot and a save. Starr, big rebound right in front, but the Jets couldn't get a stick on it, and now the Blues clear it out to center ice into the Jets' end, and Kirby there. He'll skate it up left wing. Left it, and Deaver a long shot. It was right on, and a save, and Starr covers up with a man right on the doorstep, and He gets pushed and shoved a couple of times in front. That was Dorley. Now we get a whistle and a face-off. 3:06 to go, first period. Jets trailing 1-0 on a Blue Beckwith goal earlier on in this. Came right after a Jets power play. Zimlich line comes out with Loba and Whitrock, and then Briscoe failed to put the puck across, and coming back the other way, a shot, and missed everything. Not sure who that was. It's a Nolan Fillion, excuse me. Assuming that that's the number 8. And back the other way. Here's Zimlich with some speed, trying to work in. And a shot from a sharp angle. Oh, boy, that, I think, hit the crossbar. Just based on the way it bounced out in front, it had to have. And then Briscoe plays it across, and then he lost a edge, and back the other way. Blunk, he'll try and work in a shot. And that was kicked aside by Moore. Goes into the corner. Beckwith there. He was taken down.
Yeah, we're going to get a penalty. That's a trip.
And there is going to be a penalty, as you said.
A trip on, if it's on Albertson.
I'm not sure what they're going to call, to be
honest. It was
honest.
a trip on Zim.
Zimlich is going off. I haven't seen an indication on what they're going to call. I think the two referees are going to have a talk about it. The thing about it is he did kind of leave his you know, he kind of jumped up, and that could have been called a charge also. But they didn't.
We weren't that good last week in killing penalties, so let's see what happens.
This is their first penalty kill with 2:18 left to go, first period. Trailing 1-0 to Quad City. Their first chance on the power play. Beckwith got the draw on it. It came right in front, but it was poked toward the net by Quinn and softly went there, and Cameron Moore will just cover up. 2:15 now showing on the clock. Face off, and another shot was wide of the goal. Just 10 seconds gone by, and the Jets able to get it down the ice. Back for it, DeYoung. He'll send it for Husky in his own zone. Beckwith kind of overskated. Quad City looking to break out of their own zone with 90 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Husky with the puck up on right wing. He got it to Beckwith, who he'll gain the zone. They try and set things up. One-timer on the pass across went well wide. Rebound, and it was chipped into the corner by the Jets. Comes up the near side. Now straight away. Puck gets out to center ice. Shorthanded Deaver. He couldn't get a stick on it and comes back the other direction. A minute to go in the power play. Minute 10 in the period. Husky into the near corner.
Is the camera blocked?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we got a good view of his face.
Yeah, exactly.
And the puck comes out to center ice. 45 seconds to go in the period.
So when he stands up, that's what happens?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Depending on if he leans forward like that or not. We're down to 35 seconds. There's a whistle, and apparently the net came off, and so we get a face-off. 16 seconds to go in the man advantage.
Was he blocking this camera or the big camera?
No, this one, the clock one. .1 seconds in the period. So still a man advantage briefly here.
Go, Harry, go. Beat him. Beat him with your speed,
short-handed Ibis trying to get around.
Good try,
and a nice little sweep check to break that play up.
Like Carroll?
Yeah, or whoever it is that's wearing that number. And once again, the Jets trying to come in. Ibis a shot right on and a save by Starr, and he will hang on. So,
damn. A good opportunity there.
Yeah, a couple of times the Jets were able to do at least something. as they were at least able to kill off the penalty anyway.
Right.
13.6 seconds left to go in the period. Off the faceoff, Blues ring it around near side, and it gets past Bloom out to center ice. 5 seconds left, and that's going to do it.
Shoot it.
Long shot by Kirby, steered aside by Starr, and the first period comes to a close. And it was Quad City with the only goal. Oh, I'm sorry, I actually have that on there backwards, so let's fix it. Did you hear what she said for shots?
Like, I thought she said like 15-3.
I can believe it. 1-0 our score, the Blues with the only goal of the period. So they lead it after 17 minutes of hockey. We'll take a break. Come back with the first period intermission after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Woohoo! Jeremy Franklin here from Jeremy Franklin Automotive. This week, everyone's talking about my sale. Why? Down payments are just $2. Woo-hoo. Trade-ins, I'll pay up to $4,950 over appraised value, even if you owe too much. Woo-hoo. Why am I doing this? Because it's summer, I'm excited about life, and you should be too. Woo-hoo. Now let's all say it together. Woo-hoo. It's my most outrageous sale ever, but only for a limited time. Call today, come in today, whatever you do, don't delay, because today's the day. Woo-hoo! Is your credit PU? You'll scream woohoo when we approve you. My one and only for the people credit approval process is the real deal. Woo-hoo. So get a nicer, newer car for just $2 down. And bring in your old clunker and get up to $4,950 more than what it's worth. Woo-hoo. This month only for the first 71 customers. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Come see us at Jeremy Franklin Automotive, South Kansas City. Call 816-523-6900 or jeremyfranklin.com. jeremyfranklin.com, where you'll always be another satisfied customer.
Call 816-595-9000 for terms and conditions.
How you doing? Richie the Iceman Zamboni here for Kansas City Ice Center. You know, my mother always told me, Iceman, there are 3 things every kid should know. How to ride a bike, how to make mac and cheese and not interrupt my soap opera, and how to ice skate. Well, the Iceman can't help you with your culinary difficulties with your children, but Kansas City Ice Center can sure get you going with those ice skating lessons. Send your kids to Kansas City Ice Center, and they'll be skating like they grew up in Alaska in no time. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 is setting up group lessons now for kids of all ages. And when kids are skating, they ain't getting into no trouble. They're having a good time and they're making new friends. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 and online at kcicecenter.com. Put your kids on ice at Kansas City Ice Center. It's cool.
Buying or selling a home is one of the most important investments of your life. When it comes to choosing an agent, look for top performance and customer satisfaction. Combined with state-of-the-art resources and support provided by Reese Nichols, the Kohler Bortnick team provides a one-stop shopping approach to real estate, customized and put to work for you. The Kohler Bortnick team is absolutely committed to your satisfaction through superior marketing and constant communication. The Kohler Bortnick team, honesty, exposure, results. It's what they stand for and what they deliver. Hey, if it's good enough for Jets assistant coach Radoslavilo to be part of the Kohler Bortnick team, it's good enough for you. This Jets webcast is brought to you in part by Bicklemeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Edward Jones Investments, Goodwin Homeworks, KC Ice, Kansas Financial Resources, Olive Events and Catering, and Three Peaks Lawn Care. Thanks to all the sponsors and supporters of Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Late to the party, and so there is the shot and the goal. Sorry to say you can't see what the clock says because people keep stepping in front of it for some unknown reason here at the River's Edge. I don't know really why, but they do. So we'll see if we can't get that worked on for tomorrow, perhaps. Maybe we can block off that area so we don't have that problem as much. In the meantime, we are in the first period intermission, 1-0 our score. And we'll see whether or not the Jets can step up and maybe play a little better next period. So in the meantime, we'll get you a Heartland memory from David Lewis, a bit called Old Joe. Here in the first period intermission, 1-0, back with the second period after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Hi, I'm David R. Lewis. In this Heartland Memory, we'll go back in time over 4 decades to when Laura and I were involved in a racehorse project through the University of Illinois. We'll meet Old Joe and listen to some hoofbeats in the fog. It was damp, it was foggy, it was chilly. It was perfect. My wife and I crunched our way across the parking lot of the Jock's Kitchen, heading for the racetrack. It was barely dawn, and we'd just had breakfast with Levette Drummond, a 40-year-old Louisianan who looked 60 and who trained racehorses. We were at a track just outside St. Louis. Sitting in the dining area of the Jock's Kitchen was a trip back to the 1940s. The room was festooned with chrome-plated, steel-topped tables, metal chairs with cracked plastic seats, and a black cat clock, rolling his eyes and swinging his tail by the second. When we finished eating, Drummond shifted his plum-sized chaw of Red Man to his other cheek and said he'd meet us by the rail in the 4th turn. A racetrack early morning is the busiest time of the day. Horses are everywhere, and they have the right-of-way. Walking to the track, we dodged dozens being led by grooms and hot walkers, clinking with tack, blowing and breathing, grunting and clomping, the air alive with their sound, the earth awash in their mass. On the track by the rail, casually holding the reins of a large bay gelding, stood Joe. Joe was an outrider, one of those people who lead the horses to the post, who assist the hands in placing the horses in the gate for the start of a race. More than just an outrider, though, Joe was the head outrider, the one who leads the procession to the gate. The horses, once they were on the track, were his responsibility. Joe began his life among horses when just a kid, when he kept his size and didn't grow. Eventually, he made it to jockey, twice riding the Great Whirlaway, among others. Now old and bent, he resembled a wizened, bow-legged leprechaun, wearing jodhpurs sized for a 10-year-old. "Morning, folks," he said, pointing to his horse. "This here's Mitglick." The bay towered above him, the stirrup about chin high. The horse stood, ears back, head down, barely awake, totally disinterested in everything, including Joe. "This old man and me been together for near 15 years, he went on, and Mitglick gave a deep sigh. "He don't get excited about much." We talked for a while, and the sun finished rising behind us, driving some of the fog from the track. Joe tossed the reins over his head across Mitglick's withers, and the horse dropped his muzzle even farther until his chin nearly touched the ground. The old man leaned over the extended neck, and Mitglick slowly raised his head. Joe slid down his neck, tossing a leg over the withers, and settled back onto the thick sheepskin pad that covered his tiny English saddle. He slipped his feet into the irons and grinned. "Neither one of us likes to work too hard," he said. He backed up a bit so we could see the track as the sound of a running horse reached our ears. The workouts had started. Joe and Mitglick, contrary to their appearance, were on duty. We watched as a gray horse appeared on the backstretch through the fog, running for all he was worth. As an exercise rider, hunched low over his neck and standing in the irons, brought him into the 3rd turn. It's a beautiful thing to see, a horse leaning into the push of centrifugal force, rounding a turn at speed. As the animal was midway through the 4th turn, almost head on to us, the rider came off. "Loose horse!" The potential for tragedy is immense. I turned to Joe, but he and Mitglick were gone. The loose horse, hard on the inside rail, trailing broken reins, passed our position with Joe in hot pursuit. From a standing start, sleepy and bored Mitglick caught the fleeing thoroughbred halfway down the stretch, and Joe, hanging impossibly off the saddle, grabbed the trailing reins in his left hand and had the runaway under control well short of the 1st turn. It was impossible for he and Mitglick to do what they had done, and they had done it anyway. A few moments later, Joe was back, perched like a wizened bird, one leg crossed over the withers atop the thick sheepskin pad. Mitglick standing rock still, head down, ears back, eyes nearly closed beside the rail. Joe slipped off his helmet and ran a hand through his thinning white hair. "Old Mitglick ain't as young as he used to be," he said, "but he ain't lost a step." "Well, you either," I replied. "Well, I don't know," Joe grinned. 40 years ago, I wouldn't have needed the horse." Sometimes the impossible becomes possible. At least, that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for visiting Theater of the Mind. Oh, watch where you step on the walk back to the Jock's Kitchen.
Well, welcome back out to the River's Edge here in Davenport. Joel Becker and Gary Scavone, Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets and Blues. Quad City with the 1-0 lead after 17 minutes of hockey here at the River's Edge. So what did they have to say?
He likes the energy. They're playing hard. He outshoot them, I think it was like 15-3. Disappointed. The breakdown gave them that odd man rush for a goal, and their goalies, Quad City's goalies, playing very, very well right now. So.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is that when a goalie is playing well like that, you got to basically do something about it,
Yeah. Gotta if he gives up a rebound, we gotta bury it,
So waiting for the teams to make their way on the ice now.
But we can't break down defensively.
Welcome back to the ice, your Quad City Blues.
You give a guy like Buckworth, I think his name is 13. Yeah, Beckwith. You give him that open area, he's going to bury it 9 out of 10 times.
So we'll see what, if any, adjustments the Jets do end up deciding to make.
I believe he's going to make one. I know he's going to make one adjustment at the power play.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's going to put Whitrock on the sideboard instead of Lobaugh.
Okay.
Just to try to shake it up a little bit.
We'll also see whether or not we get too many more power play opportunities.
Yeah, we've already had 3.
I was going to say, a lot of times that does make it a lot more difficult to get the officials to give you more.
Yeah.
Did you ever find out what the shots were?
No, I mean, you can't. I didn't walk over their point. I thought it was I know they had 3. Nobody really heard what he said for us, but I thought she said at least, 15, but I don't know.
So,
and no live scoring. So
but Aiden Starr's been sharp today.
Very sharp. Well, yeah, that was the first period. Let's see what the second period does.
Yeah. So, teams are on the ice. Looks like they're going to get started with the Zimlich line. Both teams are at 5 aside. And we are underway here in the second period of play. Jets trailing it 1-0. Maddox. And the Jets able to dump it in. So Zimlich dumps it down in, back behind the net. Gets it back again at the left point. And that hit a stick and goes out of play. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off 33 seconds into this second period of play. Simlich line stays out.
Yeah, they made one change on defense.
Maddox out there with Makowitz. Low ball. And Whitrock are out there.
No call. That was shit. Emmer was calling for a penalty there. I thought it was there too. Cross check from behind.
Makowitz plays it back out toward
just
the
because you
point.
call a couple penalties doesn't mean you don't call anymore.
Well, sometimes that does happen. You never know with referees what they're going to do. Rung around to the near side, and Maddox was able to keep that in, apparently. No offsides call, and once again, Maddox able to keep it in right at the line. Shot right on, and a save by Starr. Rebound taken by Carroll, and it comes out to center ice. This time the Jets will dump it back in. They'll have to tag up. That gives the Blues a chance to break out. Coming back the other way, Quinn on left wing. He'll work behind the net. Makowitz on him, and then Deaver knocked it away. He couldn't clear it, though, as he made a bad pass trying to go across the middle because he was looking for Dorley, but that was intercepted. Now the puck in the near corner, and Dorley is hit. Albertson in the corner. He'll come away with it and head on out to center ice on right wing. Albertson. He'll pass toward the middle for Deaver.
Good, he missed him though.
And Deaver a shot that missed everything, and the rebound comes all the way down into the Jets' end, and Quinn picks it up there from a very sharp angle. A shot, blocker save. I think it was going to go wide anyway, but it's picked up, and now comes back out to center ice. Blunk there. Now the Jets take over, and it's picked up by Dorley. He'll dump it in cross corner after for Deaver. Puck along the far boards. The Blues able to get it out to center ice, and now trying to work in Husky and a long shot, and more the save, and he will hang on as he took that one in his glove. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off. 14:24 left to go, second period.
We need Kaufman to be our spark. He's been our spark the past couple of weeks, getting that first goal for the Jets. Let's see if he can do it here in this shift with Harrison and Hacker.
So Kaufman on the draw. We get a whistle, and then there was there was a shot well after the whistle, but I think they just didn't.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I don't know what they didn't have enough players on the ice. The Jets only had 4 down there. And they were having some sort of a discussion with the referee. I don't know about what. So Albertson will head out over there. And the puck comes loose right in front, saved by Moore. And boy, got pretty lucky there that could have been a lot worse. Mueller was right on the doorstep. And here's Briscoe with it. He circles around his net, plays it ahead for Ibis. Ibis on left wing sends it rink wide. Hacker, he'll work in. Hacker has a man going toward the net. That was Kaufman. He tried to get it to him, but the pass was too far in front of him. Then a shot from a sharp angle and a save by Stahl, and he will hang on. As that came from the side boards.
Is it Stahl or Star?
S-T-A-H-R.
I thought they said it wouldn't be Stahl. I thought it was Star. Maybe.
Star.
Yeah, I thought you said Stahl.
No.
Just now, yeah, Star.
Star, as far as I know.
Yeah, that's what I thought they said when they announced it. Star.
Yeah. So, off the face-off, a shot. Boy, that went off of the shoulder of the goaltender, Star, and almost ended up landing behind him. The Jets dangerous again. Shot from a sharp angle, missed everything, goes off the end boards and all the way back into the Jets' end. Kirby will go for a skate. Comes up right wing. He had it poked away, but now it's carried on by Kaufman. Dane works toward the middle. Oh, he couldn't pull the trigger, and the puck sent back out the other way. And Quinn, he'll try and work in on left wing. Little toe drag move, but that goes off a stick. And then Bloom behind the goal with a check. Quinn's still over there with it. Puck in the corner, and now here's Ibis. He was able to work it out to center ice. Has Hacker with him, 2-on-1. They'll work into the zone. Ibis in a goalless shot. He was taken down.
That could be a penalty shot.
Well, He wasn't behind him, so I don't know that you get a penalty
Yeah,
shot,
it's
but it
gonna
was
get a
definitely
trip.
a trip.
I would have liked to seen Ibis pass that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Ibis is begging for the penalty shot, but he's not going to get it. Again, I would have liked to. I think he had a pass to Hacker was the play to go, but good move. All right, here's our fourth power play. We got to get one here, Joe.
Well, you said they were going to make some changes.
Just one, I think. Yeah, Whitrock's going to be on the sideboard instead of low ball. He's going to try something a little different, a little more left-handed sideboard.
Whitrock will take the draw here as well. And linesman went down, unfortunately for him. And shot from the point. That was sticked aside by Starr. And now back of the net. Maddox sends it across. Near the top of the circle, straightaway Zimlich. He fumbled it, but got it down low for Albertson.
Yeah,
and on goal and shot, they score. Josh Makowitz.
Yeah. That should be 16-3-13.
So let's take a look here. Power play goal as the Albertson it's kept it in, and then it came around to the other side, Whitrock. So I guess the change made a difference there. The shot, and it goes into the corner. Jets did a good job of maintaining possession here as Maddox played it back to the point. It came straight away. Zimlich had a hard time with it but didn't keep it, and then Albertson just played it toward the net, and then take a look right there at that redirect between the legs. Makowitz, who puts it in. And the Jets have tied it at 1.
They got it right, too. Oh, goody. Oh.
So 1-1 our score. Coming back the other way, Husky, and that was poked away from him. Good play defensively for the Jets.
Goody. Oh.
And we get a whistle on another good save by Starr, who kept it in the glove.
Yeah.
12:01 left to go here in the second period.
Fans are yelling, Star's been a brick wall out there, and now I'm going to have to totally 100% agree with him.
Yeah.
He's having a hell of a game right now.
Absolutely has. Off the face-off. Puck along the far boards and eventually does go out.
That's somebody pushed it
we'll
out
get
the
a whistle.
glove. I don't know if it was Elby or not. And it looks like it was.
So it is going to come out to, well, they're talking about it as to whether it should come out to center ice or not.
Yeah. Elby hit it with his glove, it looked like.
So that is where they're going to have a neutralized face-off. Brody Lee on the draw. And the Jets go forward with it. Ibis in on goal, a shot, and that goes off the glove of Starr and wide of the goal.
That was another one that was could have went in very easily.
Coming back the other way, Briscoe forces Honer to the corner. Now comes up the far boards. Ibis couldn't get there, but Briscoe back in the net will play it near side for Hacker, and he'll just play it off the sideboards and out. Lee trying to chase it down. Now Ibis intercepts, but it went under his stick. And the Blues will send it in cross corner. Albertson played it off the boards and right in front of his own goal. Luckily, there was nobody there other than a Jets player, I should say. And it comes down into the Quad City end. Albertson, and then it comes
Harrison.
in front.
Wow,
He
great
tried to do
opportunity
the
to
quick,
stuff it in.
Yeah, tried to go the quick wraparound stuff, as you said. But Starr was up to the task again. Quinn with the
Got a guy
puck.
right in front.
And he is wraparound try. The net was off that whole time. Then Mueller took Blowbaugh into the boards hard, and there's going to be another penalty. A roughing call on Mueller. And he and Lowbaugh exchange pleasantries as he goes to the box. And, well, the Jets, fresh off of a successful power play, will get another opportunity here with 10:24 left to go in the second period.
1 for 4 so far.
Yeah. But we are tied at 1. Having a little discussion, the two referees over there talking with.
I think the coach was questioning where does the call come from, but it looked to me clearly a rough.
Face off. Jets send Albertson from the right point. And then Makowitz sends it around to the far side. Half boards. Comes back out straight away. Zimlich, a wrist shot.
Rebound, Makowitz again.
And it was right there in front.
Actually, that was Maddox right there.
Yeah, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Now the Jets dangerous again, but unfortunately Zimlich had come out to center ice, so he couldn't keep that one in. They'll have to try and set things up again. 90 seconds to go in the power play. Jets send it.
Ask that lady to sit down from your Kansas City. Ask them, all right? Ask them first.
Zimlich with the puck. He'll play it up the near side boards for Maddox. And then across again for Zimlich.
I don't know about that, Elby.
Albertson able to keep it in that time, though, at the right point, sends it
Oh,
across.
man, I don't like that pass.
Yeah, there's a lot of blind passes in situations like that, which you don't want to do when you're on the power play. 40 seconds left to go in this man advantage. It across and on goal, a shot Deaver, and a big save by Starr. And then the rebound to the near boards. Or sorry, far boards. Then Bloom sends it back of the goal. Deaver there. Got it back out on the near side. They play it right in front. Then Dorley couldn't center it. And the puck ahead. Now trying to work in. And hit the goalpost. Rang that one off the far goalpost. Now it's dumped in by Honert.
But it was a great pass by Dorley.
Yeah,
if we get scoring opportunities like that, we got to capitalize on them.
That would be nice if at all possible. Goodwin had an opportunity there. Then we're going to
contact. No, they did. Deaver's contact. No, they did. Deaver's
no, they did. So Dorley, 2 and 10 for head contact, and the Jets will be shorthanded. Jets able to block it and send it the length of the ice. Minute 10 to go in the power play. Under 7 to go in the period. Blues look to set things up. They break out to center, coming up on left wing Beckwith. He was taken to the boards there by Ibis, who sends a long shot on goal, and Starr had to be alert. That one kind of dipping as it got toward the end. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Now here's Nienhauser's shot. That went off the glove of Moore. Ibis with the rebound, and he'll play it off the...
Going back a ways, huh?
Yeah.
Still 10 seconds to go in the power play.
So...
That should be icing. Yeah.
And it will be.
That'll kill the penalty, too. Well, at least for Deaver. Dorley's going to be in for another 10 minutes.
So there is the goal. Zimlich was able to just turn on the Jets, get the speed, and then a nice little wrist shot.
He battled, didn't he?
To get it in past Starr and give the Jets the 2-1 lead. Relatively late here in the second period of play. So
it's a good reason you go with 10 forwards.
I was just going to say.
You know, now we don't mess up any of the lines. Brody Lee's just going to take that spot.
Well, there's nothing that says you can't have extra guys.
I'm a big fan of the 10 forwards.
You're allowed to use 18 and 2 goalies.
I'm a big fan.
Puck back in the net. Oh, Makowitz
no,
couldn't quite get it.
All right, no.
But at least he was able to dump it right back
don't
in.
fall down and give him a breakaway.
5 minutes left to go in the period. Makowitz will go back for it near his own line. Plays it up the near side boards to Brody Lee. They'll send it down, and Kaufman after for it into the near corner. Goes back of the net. Kaufman left it for Deaver. Has Hacker in front.
Oh, he had Albie coming to tip it out.
Beckwith will dump it back in. Oh, then Briscoe, he had a little toe pick problem there as the puck.
And Briscoe's fallen down like 3 times.
And I think the net's off again. So we get a whistle. 3:33 left to go in this second period.
Better do Briscoe skates in between periods.
I was just gonna say
he keeps falling down on us.
Yeah. Toe pick.
Yep.
So Quinn and Zimlich to take the draw, and Cam wins it cleanly, and it comes around, and Whitrock able to poke it out to center ice, and Loba almost with the intercept there. But here's Beckwith trying to work in, and he gave it in for Honert. Puck goes into the corner. Quinn a shot that hit a leg. It comes loose in front for a second, but now Zimlich will play it up the far boards, and Whitrock does get it out to center ice. We're down to 3:07 left to go in this second period. That goes by everybody, and there's going to be an icing call here against the Blues with 3:02 showing on the clock here in the second period. Jets on top 2-1. Trailing in the game 1-0. They've come back with a power play. Blues will go back on the power play. Of course, last time they were on the power play, the Jets were able to get a goal. So
I'll just be happy for a kill.
I was just going to say, maybe they could decline it.
I doubt it.
No. All right, so off the face-off, it becomes loose, and a nice job there by Ibis to pick a lane and send it the length of the ice. Ibis and Goodwin out there killing the penalty, along with Makowitz and Maddox for the Jets. Already 16 seconds gone by. Quinn couldn't maintain possession of the puck, and the Jets able to poke it out to center ice again. Honert, excuse me. And now the Jets trying to work in. Maddox just sort of dumped it in, and now the Blues will come back the other direction. They dump it in wide of the goal. Beckwith after for it. Into the near corner. Plays it back out for Honert again. And it goes back to Quinn. He comes all the way out. Plays it to the right point. A shot. And that one was handled easily by Moore, and he will hang on. It was probably going wide anyway. Yeah. Minute 5 left to go in the penalty. 1:45 in the period. Jets hanging on to a 2-1 lead here at the River's Edge against Quad City. Jets will change all 4 penalty killers as Kaufman and Deaver out with Briscoe and Kirby now. And a good job by Kaufman, really with some pretty good effort.
Down too. Wow.
No call. And the puck near the side of the net. It's Quinn with it there. He plays it in front of shot, and that goes wide off of the stick of Nienhuis. And Blunk fumbled the puck, and Deaver shorthander trying to walk in. And still with it, Deaver in on goalless shot. He didn't get much on it, partially fanned.
Kaufman needed to come down and help him.
Well, he was there.
Yeah, and you guys.
Sorry, you can't tell how much time there is. You get a really
27
good
seconds. 27 seconds.
No, I know. I'm just saying the people at home can't see it.
Well, you can tell them.
That's why I'm. So we're down to a minute 1 left to go in the period. 22 seconds in the power play, and an offensive faceoff shorthanded for the Jets here.
Another change. The defense stayed the same, but
Zimlich and Whitrock are out there. Briscoe will send it back of the goal. Short-handed.
He tried to go to. He tried.
Yeah, Whitrock
was, to go to Whitrock
was right in front. He was staying at the top of the crease. Couldn't get him the puck, but now he'll just dump it in.
10 seconds to go on the power play. 45 seconds to go in the game.
Period.
Excuse me. Oh,
Blues
nice
having
play
a
by
hard time
Zim
getting out of their
again.
own zone. Whitrock again in front, and Zimlich, a sharp angle shot and a good save by Starr. Goes off his
He's out of
glove,
the box.
though. Team's at 5 aside, half a minute to go in the
30
period.
seconds to go in the period.
That would be what half a minute means.
Yeah, you got it.
Now trying to work in. Mueller, he has ridden off the puck, but it's kept in by Carroll. And now we get a whistle, and there's going to be a penalty. It happened away from the play, and I believe it's going to be Briscoe with an elbow. He's not sure what happened, but he'll have 2 minutes to think about it with 9.8 seconds left to go in this period.
Yeah, more than 2 minutes, about 16 minutes, because he gets going in the locker
2
room.
minutes of game time to think
but you
about
still
it.
got to think about it in the box. And
I have a feeling somebody might venture an opinion to him during that time.
that's a possibility.
You never know. So the penalty will carry over to next period if they don't score in the next 10 seconds. And Maddox rings it around far side, and that should pretty much do it for the period. So elbowing the call, it'll go to next period. The buzzer sounds, and we go to the locker room with the Jets on top 2-1. They were trailing in this game 1-0 after the first period, but they will manage to go to the second period intermission with a lead. So at least if nothing else, they did a good job with that. So let's see. We will take a break and come back with a second period intermission after this. 2-1 our score. Jets on top here on Kansas City Jets hockey.
Mom, are you gonna let her get away with that?
It's just a shopping cart.
So it's your shopping cart. What's wrong with you? You chicken?
But
Mom, you're such a wimp.
what?
What's wrong with you? Stand up for yourself. Go over there and give her a good smack. Oh, fight, 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 fight. She's a goon. Give her a taste of her own medicine.
Got a gun?
With those words, David Allen Crockett, a retired police officer who simply wanted to be left alone, finds his seclusion shattered by his friend therapist Ruby Lacoste. At Ruby's request, Crockett agrees to teach one of her clients, Rachel Moore, how to defend herself with a handgun. During the course of those lessons, Crockett and Rachel begin an intimate relationship. When Rachel is found dead from an apparent suicide, Crockett is devastated and tries to slink back into a self-imposed seclusion. But things get complicated when Crockett is contacted by Rachel's aunt, who believes the suicide was staged and claims she has the name of the murderer. Together, Crockett and Ruby begin an investigation that leads them into a world of treachery, deceit, and death. Fear of the Father, Call Me Crockett, the first book in the Crockett series by David R. Lewis. Available as an e-audiobook at Amazon and Audible.com.
Hi. Hey. This kid's potato sack doesn't look regulation to me.
Excuse me?
Well, it's got a wider base. I mean, that's totally unfair to my kid, right? I want to launch a protest. Well, look, it's 2 inches higher, and look at those hand grips. It's not regulation.
Regulation?
Look, you know what else? I want a urine sample from this kid. He looks a little beefy for a 5-year-old. You're going down, buddy.
Welcome back out to the River's Edge here in Davenport, Iowa, Quad City and Kansas City, and the Blues and Jets. Jets on top 2-1 here in the second period intermission. Highlights from the second period obviously are all going to go the Jets' way since they were down 1-0 going into this period. So let's take a look here. And 1-0 our score, and let's see, it was we'll take a look here. Oh, why does it keep doing that? Okay. So it was about 12 minutes in. Jets on the power play. And eventually, Maddox sent it around. It goes to Zimlich. He was able to send it down low to Albertson. He takes the shot. And again, Look at the great job here by Makowitz. And that's exactly what his job is, getting in the face of Starr during a power play, the big defenseman. And it was a good job by Albertson as well to give him this pass to redirect. And he just, between the legs, puts it between his legs and between Starr's legs. And that tied the game. And I'm not sure how I'm going to... Got to be some way to tell it not to do that every time. Anyway, so that was the tying goal. And then eventually the Jets would go ahead. It was a shorthanded situation. And there it was. We'll take a look here as again, it's just a great job shorthanded for Zimlich to come away with this loose puck and then just beat everybody to it. Managed to gain control of it, and the wicked wrister past Starr. And that's how we got where we are. 2-1 our score here in this second period intermission. I don't know what is that? Maybe that's what's doing it. Anyway, 2-1 our score, second period intermission. We'll give you another Heartland memory from David Lewis. Let's see what we're up to now. This would be Come On Boys Over the Top. And the third period coming up after this. 17 minutes of hockey. Can the Jets hang on? They lead it 2-1 here on Kansas City Jets Hockey on the Jets Hockey Network.
Hi, I'm David R. Lewis with Theater of the Mind. Thanks for stopping by for another of my Heartland memories. I want to start this piece by saying that I have a great deal of respect for those men and women who have served or are serving our country in the military. My grandfather fought in France and Germany during World War I, my father on Iwo Jima in World War II. I myself spent a full day and a half in the United States Air Force. I certainly appreciate those who have given even more than their lives, who have had their minds disrupted, deleted, or even destroyed because of the horrors of war. At age 14, I took employment as a bass clarinetist with the Elks Band, a group of fine concert musicians who played in various locations throughout the heartland of America. Our repertoire consisted of classical pieces, the occasional show tune, and patriotic numbers by John Philip Sousa and his ilk. One fine Sunday, all 32 of us climbed aboard the bus and headed for Danville, Illinois, to play a concert at the VA hospital. The director rose to his feet as we neared our destination and cautioned us about the upcoming venue. "We'll park at the back of the auditorium," he said. "Go directly inside. Do not look around. Do not leave the group. Do not talk with any of the inmates." Inmates? I thought. "I'll pass out playlists when we get set up. The program will be very docile. When it's over, pack up and get back on the bus as soon as possible. If there is any trouble, stay together. There's safety in numbers." Safety in numbers? I wondered. I was sitting next to the bassoonist, Long, a member of the band, who explained that this particular veterans hospital housed men who had, for whatever reason, lost their mental stability while in the service of their country. The Elks Band had not played there in over 8 years. The last time they had played there, the director called for some Sousa after his first two rather placid selections failed to elicit applause from the 400 or 500 onlookers. When Stars and Stripes Forever lumbered into the section where the trombones come on strong, descending down the scale, an overly excited worthy in the 5th or 6th row, moved by the stirring performance, leapt to his feet. "Kill the bass drummer!" he shouted, and charged the stage. A significant number of his compatriots, equally moved by the music and buoyed by his fearless assault on superior numbers, took up the cause and joined in the rush. Cries of, "Over the top, boys!" and "You want to live forever?" filled the air. Dozens of veterans of the First and Second World Wars and Korea attacked the musicians. The band, with most of their clothes, some of their instruments, and none of their dignity intact, made it out the back door to the waiting bus. Injuries were minor, but the band refused to come back for 8 years. We played the concert, an hour and 20 minutes of things like "Sheep may safely graze and pasture." A truly boring experience. The audience never moved or reacted in any way. Back on the bus and out of danger, a Dixieland jam broke out, and we boogied all the way home. A few years later, a college professor for whom I had a huge amount of respect told me he believed it was in my best interest to leave higher education before I was taught how to think, or rather, not to think. I took him at his word and dropped out of college. Certain members of my family took exception to the vets. I spent my time during the day moving through the depressing stone buildings, going to class with students who felt and sometimes acted like prisoners. It was not a happy place. A friend there, Jerry Bailey, decided once that since the mental patients outnumbered the rest of us, if majority rule was in effect, we were the ones who were insane the minute we stepped on campus. Howard, your left, your left. The entire assemblage marched away, back up the drive. Bailey looked at me. "Rank tells," he grinned. "I was a corporal." On that day, in that place, with that company, the boy was a full bird colonel. At least, that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for joining me on Theater of the Mind.
That can happen. One is I can go back to streaming at 720, and the other is I can see if I can't get a little bit more bandwidth out of the MiFi hotspot unit that we have here that we're getting our internet with. Last week when we were in Mason City, we had a wired internet connection, so that was why we weren't having any issues with that. Because we had a more bandwidth to it. But the thing that I have does have the capability of it costs a little more money, but it has the capability of doing a little bit more in terms of how much bandwidth it can do. And so I don't know if I'll be able to do that by tomorrow morning in terms of what Verizon will do, but if not, by the next time we were on the air, hopefully we'll get a little bit more band. But see, the thing about it is I don't know if it's because there's a limit on the bandwidth of this unit, or it's because we're in an ice rink that you don't get great reception on, and sometimes the bandwidth is just not.
Yeah, the internet's not that good here. So,
right.
Yeah.
So they were complaining. They said that to us on our way down. Saying that they had issues with that. So. We shall see, but be interesting to see how this third period goes for the Jets as they are.
Big kill coming up here. Big kill.
Will be sitting out most of the first 10 minutes of the period after that too.
Well, it was 5-something when he came in, so he's got 5 minutes to go. Yeah.
So in the meantime, we are underway in the third period. So Zimlich out there with Goodwin, Maddox and Makowitz, the penalty killers for the Jets, and we are underway. 96 seconds left to go in the power play as the Blues do gain the zone. That goes off of the skate of Nienhuis, but the
time left in the penalty kill, doesn't it?
No.
Okay.
50 seconds for the record. And the Blues trying to set things up. Puck out the left point, long shot. That was off the blocker of Moore. Blues still with it, though. Now play it across.
They get away with that cross pass to the blue line that we don't.
Honert back of the net. Now goes into the near corner.
25 seconds to go in the power play for them.
Puck. Quinn, or Beckwith, excuse me. He'll send it. Now straight away Nienhuis. Zimlich on him. A backhand shot. That was steered aside off the pad of Moore. Puck out at the left point. A shot right on and a save by Moore.
7 seconds to go with Moore covering up.
And he was able to hang on with the glove.
Win this face-off, we'll be okay.
I would say so. 15-15 in regulation time. Same two teams at it tomorrow. 9:30 and 11:30 are the scheduled times. JV and then varsity.
Watch the face-off go right ahead here. They're going to get another. They're going to get a shot. No. No.
The penalty is over, but they still have possession of the puck.
Oh, that came out. That's out of the zone.
Nice little play by Ibis
Yeah.
to get in Carroll's way. And like you said, the teams are back at 5. It's eventually going to be Husky getting it in on left wing.
Had some great scoring opportunities that shift there with Ibis and Hacker. Just couldn't
really did
get that rebound converted in.
Now Ibis with some speed trying to work into the zone. It was poked away from him, Briscoe. And the Blues able to get it out to center ice. Beckwith, who has their goal in this game. Backhand dump in.
Got it deep.
And the Blues look to break out to center. That pass was too far ahead of Quinn, and it'll be an icing call against the Blues.
Got to get one here, Joe. We need a quick goal here.
3:32 into this third period.
We need to get to 3 before they get 2.
Okay.
Good crowd here tonight at the River Edge.
Good win.
Quad City's home opener. I mean, breakout by the Jets even give them that opportunity.
But I tell you what,
Cameron
Moore
came up there big that time.
Standing on his head on this early part of the third period. So we have played 4:09 of the third period. Jets hanging on 2-1. Down in the game early on, 1-0. Then they score a power play goal and a shorthanded goal to take the lead. Whitrock was able to get it out to center ice. Blunk sent it on left wing. Blues get it into the zone, but only for a moment. And now here's Whitrock trying to catch up to it. He goes into the zone, sends it across. Shot low ball, and a big save by Starr.
Great save by Starr. Boy, he's having a game.
He is at that. Here's Zimlich with a backhand shot. That was steered aside. Loba ended up getting a stick kind of in the pads of Starr. Then it comes loose in front. He was trying to hit a defenseman, Makowitz, breaking in, but that pass failed to click. Goes all the way into the Jets' end, and Zimlich played it back in the net. That was picked off by the Blues. They look to center it, and a good stick there by Moore to break that up. Then the shot hit off as
Okay, there you go. Makowitz gave it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Loba had originally sent it ahead, and then the Jets pick it up there. And a good job by Maddox, and sends it across. And Zimlich going down makes that nice play to give the Jets the 3-1 lead. So back to live action.
Ooh. Boy, that puck came right to 81.
Well, if nothing else, the Jets have certainly learned early in this season that it ain't over till it's over.
Oh, yeah, we don't got a big enough lead yet.
So
there's 2 Blunks. 81 is a Blunk, and so is 88.
Yep.
'81 is a freshman defenseman, and 88 is a
Sam and Alex.
And one's a freshman and one's a senior.
So the Jets and Albertson's going to be in the box, so the Jets will have to kill another penalty.
Albertson's stats when he's in the box isn't good. we usually give up a goal. Let's hopefully we can stop that this time.
I'm going to say. What are you? And shorthanded Goodwin trying to work in. He's 1-on-2, but a sharp angle shot went off a stick and wide. You're trying to do a Tony Romo there?
Who?
You.
What do you mean?
Well, they always say, he had Mahomes hasn't thrown an interception, and
that's right.
And then he throws one.
He throws one, right? Well,
so
that's good.
You were just saying that.
All right. Well, we haven't killed the penalty with Albertson in the box.
That's what I was saying.
So now we will.
Okay.
Right? Because the opposite
Is
of whatever. It's the opposite.
Washing your car to make it rain doesn't work.
Well, it does for me.
Do you get that? I mean, if you wash your car, it'll rain.
Exactly.
But if you wash your car in order to make it rain, that just never works. $1:21 left to go in the power play. 10:46 in regulation time. Jets on top 3-1, shorthanded for another 81 seconds. Puck around the far side, and a good job to keep that in
that was a great
by
play,
Honert.
man.
Goes on to the near side. Doing a good job keeping him to the outside right now. Quinn with the puck, had it poked away by Zimlich. And the Jets do get it out to center ice. Nienhuis over there takes a bit of a push from Goodwin, and he'll go back for a skate in his own
50 seconds
end.
to go in the penalty.
Coming up on 10:10 to go in regulation time. Left wing pass.
6 is wide open on the back door. Uh-oh.
And the shot, boy, that went off of Moore and ended up going wide of the goal. But for a minute there, it looked like it might have taken a funny hop.
30 seconds to go, Joe. Oop.
Puck still in the neutral zone. And Husky, that number 6 you mentioned, dumps it into the Jets' end. Goes back of the net. Couple of Blues over there. Beckwith.
Maddox using his strength to kill about 5 seconds off on that. Down to 8 seconds. Oh, that's out. Oh, no, it's not out.
Didn't quite come out, but
now it is. That's going to kill the penalty.
So the Jets.
See, Joe, it worked. It worked. It worked.
Good job. Now you just got to get Hayden to quit taking penalties.
Yeah,
in the
that would
first
help.
place.
That would help too. Uh-oh, here we go.
And trying to catch up with it. Hacker in on goal. A shot and he scores. Cameron Hacker. Another breakaway goal for the Jets. And they now lead it
4-1.
4-1. So we'll take a quick look here.
I thought Starr had that, though, at first. He really made a nice play.
Yeah. So it ends up coming up the near side boards, and everybody, just a race to it. And Cameron gets there before everybody and made no mistake.
It actually hit Starr's pad.
Yeah, but I mean, again, he
was far enough.
Yeah.
Got it by him, though.
It works, and it looks like the Blues are going to call a timeout here, try and settle things down as they are trailing now 4-1. But like we said before, if we've not learned anything else in this young season, the Jets, that 3-goal lead doesn't guarantee a victory.
One thing that the Jets have done all game, and I think the coach, we talked to him every appearance, and the coaches are happy with that, is a lot of energy today. A lot of energy today.
Well, you like to see that. When I was playing baseball in college, the first game I ever played in, we were losing 10-1 in the third inning, and eventually came back and won.
That happened.
The second, it had 2 grand slams in that game. The second one was a walk-off, and we ended up beating. It was Florida we were playing, interestingly enough, in the Busch Challenge, and we won the game on a walk-off grand slam.
There you go.
And the funny thing about it is that sort of became our MO for that season, that for whatever reason, we always seem to be coming back in games to win. So so it was one of those weird situations where I ended up getting a lot of wins as a relief pitcher, because I would come into games when we were either tied or losing, and then we would take the lead while I was the pitcher of record, and I'd end up getting the victory.
Well, you're the man, Joe.
Yeah. But that was just the way it goes. And so, like I said, for the Jets, early on in this season, they are definitely learning that there can be some situations
when
in
you
which
get a lead, you got to be able to put them away.
Well, that's the thing. So we learned that in the late 80s at Tulane. But anyway,
we learned that last week.
So, yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. What we learned then, the Jets are learning this year.
Yeah.
So Ibis played it behind the net. Carroll has the loose puck, and he gets it out to center ice. I don't think we ever decided that one way or another. 8.5 minutes left to go.
I mean, not that it hasn't happened. I've never heard a female named Gunner, but you never know.
Me neither, but.
That's me.
Yeah. On the other hand, we're going to have an icing call here on the Jets. On the other hand, on WKRP, there was a woman named Bailey. A lot of
Well, I've heard a lot of girls named Bailey.
Well, now because
on the morning show,
they
there's a girl
started
named Bailey.
that. I was just going to say Bailey Quarters started that.
On the Bailey on the morning show on Apple Plus.
Yeah.
You ever watch it?
No.
It's very good.
If I remember,
yeah.
Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've always meant to, but I never have.
She's Bailey. Well, watch it. It's
Okay.
going through the 3rd season right now. It's very good. You would like it being a
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
kind of a
Anything with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon.
well, and
seems
you're
like
you're in the
worth watching.
music, TV business. You know?
Yes.
So it's perfect. News business. It's all you.
Hey, I always like.
It's got a lot of remnants of the Today Show with Matt Lowry.
All right, trying to work ahead Mueller with the puck. He'll just dump it in. Briscoe on him as they go into the end boards. Puck poked away. Mueller again in that corner. I think he was trying to go back to the point with it, and then,
Oh, that was a charge by 13.
well, took a hard hit. And here's Deaver in on goal. His shot, that hit a leg in front. Puck still loose, and Dorley. And he couldn't really get that one. I think he did actually get it on goal, but
Yeah, Dorley.
Starr was able to come away with it.
Goody went back on 13 on that one because 13
Beckwith.
and then Goody just gave him a hit and goes, there you go, we're even. He did. He goes, we're even. I seen him. I seen him. You watch it. Uh-oh.
I believe you.
Somebody picked him up.
And
Attaboy,
Mueller,
attaboy,
nice
Matt
little sweep
Albertson.
check. And now back the other way. Deaver will hit the red line and dump it in. Back forward is Blunk. Now Carroll. And Albertson kept that in. Zimlich sent it right across the middle of the ice. Lobaugh will keep it in at the right point. Tried to send it down low. That hit Blunk's leg, but Lobaugh still with it. He tries to walk in front from the dot. Now walks in the middle. Couldn't pull the trigger, but Briscoe will send it down low.
It looks like he was trying to pull the trigger.
He was, but he lost control of the puck just before he did. Whitrock over on the far side. Then Albertson, they say that went out. So we'll get a whistle and a face-off. I don't know if it did or not.
That was close.
It was close, but I got to say that it was probably tough to tell from close to the red line.
Right. Yeah. He wasn't really on the blue line,
No.
was
He had, to his credit, he'd come off because he thought the play was going the other way, and then Albertson made a good play to reach up, but it was just hard to tell one way or another. I'm not suggesting he got it wrong. It was just tough to tell. In the meantime, Meanhouse plays it up the near side board. Zimlich took it away, played it in front. Lobaugh, and his backhand shot went wide. Then a wraparound try, and Whitrock over there couldn't get a stick on it. And the Blues able to play it out to center ice. Briscoe, he'll just dump it in. Back forward is DeYoung. Back of his net. He had it poked away. Whitrock right in front, and they tried to get it to him. That was Lobaugh who was trying to center it, but never did. DeYoung will dump it in. Comes up the far side boards. Blues keep it in. Under 6 minutes to go. Jets on top 4-1. They were trailing in the game at 1.1-0. They've come back with 4 unanswered goals. Meanhouse will get it into the zone. Zimlich over there knocked it away. And the puck goes off a stick, but not out, as Hacker couldn't knock that out to center ice. Now Briscoe back in the net. He'll ring it around far side. Jets get it out to center ice, and Hacker will dump it in.
Dump and chase, Hack, dump and chase.
Goes after 40. He's 1-on-4 as the Jets are changing behind the play. Otten trying to work the play free. It does go into sort of an open corner, and Makowitz will just dump it back of the net. Now here's Ibis with it. He blew a tire as he went to change directions. Then he hit Hacker as he tried to pass it, and it comes out to center ice. Maddox there. He'll dump it in. Goes back of the Blues net, and Quad City sends it out to center ice, and it is picked up by Quinn, and he'll dump it in. Out of the net, Moore. And he just plays it into the far corner. Hacker over there. He got it out to center ice. And here's Otten. And he just played it across. Beckwith there. Took a hit from Kaufman. And now the Blues will look to break out. Up off the boards and down the ice. That went off a stick of Maddox, so there's no icing here. We're down to 4:15 left to go in the third period. Jets with a 4-1 lead. Kaufman, now Hacker, and he will lift it down the ice, but this is going to go the length of the ice. And an icing call against the Jets.
As fast as Harrison is, he ain't getting there.
4:01 to go in the third period. Jets with the only 2 goals of this third period. They lead it 4-1 after coming in 2-1, obviously. Goodwin out to take the draw. And he was able to go forward with it and get it out to center ice. Now here's Deaver with some speed trying to work in on left wing. A shot right on, saved by Starr. And he will hang on with Dorley trying to head toward the doorstep. Offensive faceoff coming up here for Kansas City. This time the Blues win the draw as Beckwith was able to get it from Goodwin. Comes in the middle and Beckwith picks up the loose puck, but it goes off the skate of Goodwin. Carried on by Nienhuis. He took a big of a hook. Jets might have gotten away with one there. And maybe they didn't. Let's see.
No, they got a penalty. It's going to be a hook. Unless it hit.
I think it's just an offsides call.
Yeah, I think so.
And so there will be a face-off.
3:55
in the neutral zone.
3:35 to go, yeah.
So the Jets trying to work this last 3.5 minutes off the clock if they can. And the puck goes on goal and Moore will cover up. Boy.
I think Kirby got it freaked him out there. It looked
yeah.
like Kirby was going to hit it, and then he didn't. And more, at least Moore was ready for it. It could have been one of those just squeaks in.
So offensive faceoff for the Blues to the right of Cameron Moore. And they get the draw. Comes back out to the point, but it was now a 2-on-0 break the other direction. Dorley along with Deaver, and he plays it across.
Waited too long to make that pass.
Well, and he passed it behind him.
They were too close to each other, too.
Yeah, well, and he was behind him. Oh, Dorley comes hard with Beckwith. The two of them collide. It wasn't really so much a check as it was a collision. And a shot right on by Quack, and the save by Moore, and he hangs on to. So Dorley there.
I don't think Deaver thought Dorley was going to pass it.
Well, I was just going to say the funny thing is that Devin, kind of has that reputation of shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think Jack, like you said, was looking for a rebound, hoping that he would take the shot. But the thing about it is they were in too tight to the net anyway.
They were too tight to each other.
Yeah, that if even. If Dorley or if Deaver had been able to get the pass from Dorley, it was so far behind him, there was no way he was going to do anything with it.
Right, yeah.
Puck sent the length of the ice. No ice, though.
Wow, why'd they wave that off?
I have no idea. Centering pass, and then back the other way, Mueller. He was taken down, and Zimlich will backhand it in. Nice check along the boards that time by Loba. Now again down low, a shot right on by Loba, and the puck loose near the side of the net. It's picked up by Husky. And now we get whistles as a penalty is coming up, but I don't know to whom.
It might be on Loba.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know, because
he was underneath everybody.
Guy took him down.
That's the question.
He's taking both of them.
So we may get coincidentals here with 2:25 left to go in the third period. Jets on top 4-1. Looks like Quinn is the other player. So Loba and Quinn will each go off. We'll see if they get coincidentals or if anybody gets anything extra.
Rough.
It'll be coincidental roughing minors. So they will sit out for the last at least two of the last 2:25.
Yep.
Teams will stay 5 aside.
2 of the 2:25. Which chances are they won't get on the ice again.
I wonder if USA Hockey will ever go to the 4-on-4 situation in coincidentals.
I don't know.
They used to. I mean, again, and then the NHL stopped it and then went back to it after Gretzky got too old.
Yeah.
That's what happened. They'd taken the 2-minute penalty out. Oh, sharp angle shot, Whitrock, and a good save by Starr, and he will hang on. Yeah, that's what happened. Was
Great pass by Zim.
They used to have 4-on-4 hockey before 1980. Then Gretzky got into the league, and every time Edmonton had a 4-on-4, he'd score. So the rest of the league basically ganged up on Edmonton and took that out. So for about 20 years, they played 5-on-5, even with coincidentals. And when Gretzky was about 40 and he was still playing, but he wasn't so dominant anymore. Ooh, great save by Starr again. As he got the original backhand, and then he got the rebound as well from Zimlich. So yeah, and after about 20 years of Gretzky, they brought the rule back.
Yeah.
When he was no longer dominant. But for whatever reason, USA Hockey didn't follow suit.
No.
So even though it's been back in the NHL for like 23 years, USA Hockey still has the coincidental stay 5-on-5. Now, you may not remember this. This is even probably, certainly before Sam. But for a while there, USA Hockey, you had to serve the 2-minute penalty even if the team didn't score. If they scored on the power play, the kid had to serve his penalty the whole 2 minutes. Do you remember that?
No. And the other kid can come out? If it was coincidental?
Yeah, no, I'm saying when
Oh, yeah, no, I remember,
Yeah, when it was
Yeah, if they scored with a minute to go, they still had to sit another minute.
Right, the kid had to sit. The team didn't have to be shorthanded.
Right, but the kid had to stay
But the
out
kid
there.
had to sit his whole 2 minutes regardless.
I wasn't involved in the game back then, but we talked about that before. Yeah, I remember that.
It was for whatever reason, and they eventually took that out.
That really is shame.
Yeah.
You're going back to shame.
Well, if you go back to the 50s, then we've talked about this before too, which is that if you go back to the 50s in the NHL, minor penalties were like major penalties. That is, it's 2 minutes long, but you could get as many goals as you wanted, and nobody came out just because you scored a power play goal. Minute 15 left to go here in this one. Starting to look better for the Jets, but you never know. Beckwith a shot, and that missed everything off the end boards. And now the Jets able to get it out, and Ibis, he'll gain the zone, plays it in the middle, and Kaufman had it taken away from him as we're down to the last minute of play. Beckwith again trying to work in. A nice little sweep check that time by Kirby. And Kaufman again, he'll gain the red line, dump it in. And it was caught by Starr, and he will hang on with 44.7 seconds.
I'm feeling good about this one, Joe.
You're feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
Got a prediction?
I think we're going to win.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I think that we will win. I think that we will win.
That was, in the same way as we ganged up on Gretzky, that was the league ganging up on the Canadians and Rocket Richard and those guys. So they were just deadly on the power play. They'd score every time they had a power play, and sometimes a couple or three times because, like I said, the guy didn't come out of the box. And so the other five teams, wraparound try, and Moore makes the save.
That was
a minute to go.
That was not good play by Blumey.
And with speed, here's Ibis trying to work in. Backhand shot, and he put it wide, and then he was taken down. In the meantime, Hacker keeps the puck in. Now here's Kaufman. He's got Ibis in front. He'll go back of the net. In the meantime, we're down to 10 seconds to go in the game. They play it in front. Never did get to Hacker, but then here's Bluma's shot, and that was blocked.
That's going to do it, Joe.
1 second left, and the buzzer sounds, and the Kansas City Jets.
Very nice win.
Come away with a victory. 4-1 the final over the Quad City Blues.
I'll tell you what. Starr was amazing.
Yeah.
And it could have been a lot worse, trust me.
Oh, absolutely.
He played great.
So the game winner, as it turned out, was the shorthanded goal, and it really was. Not only was it the game winner by Zimlich there, but that really was the play of the game.
Yeah.
Shorthanded, giving the Jets the 2-1 lead. They eventually would extend it to 4-1 with a couple of goals in the third period. And Kansas City goes away with the 4-1 victory. So good for KC. As we said before, these same two teams will go at it again tomorrow with the JV game at 9:30 and then the varsity game at 11:30 right here from the River's Edge. So hopefully you can join us once again. For Gary Scamona, Joel Becker here on Kansas City Jets hockey. The Jets win it 4-1 here from Quad City. Thanks for joining us.
What happened to your passing? You got to support the puck. Do I have to tell you this? And we're getting killed on the board.
Hello.
This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job.
Grimson.
Hello? Hi, honey. What? Now? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart. Hey, it's my girl. You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.